Hello, welcome back to the Opium Pulses podcast. So the last episode we were talking about the regulars, and today we're just going to be talking about a little bit of the announcements that we've been doing, what we plan for the future, and just trying to explain a lot has happened recently, and I think we need to explain a little bit about what we've done, and also possibly try and explain some of the slip-ups that we've had.
Slip-ups? It's a bit like my name.
Shut the fuck up.
Slip-slots, slip-ups.
That can be a feature.
Right, that's something we'll be announcing in the future. And it'll be feature-rich, I tell you that.
Yeah, no, it is. Well, we've got many slip-ups to talk about this week.
They're endless. Dreamcat is one of them.
Well, yeah, you created a slip-up person.
He is proof of my slip-ups.
Yeah. Well, I suppose the first thing to talk about is, should we talk about the website?
Yeah, it's not officially been announced yet.
Is it okay to talk about it in the podcast then?
Yeah. You called it a Wesbite earlier. Was there any reason for
I don't know why I called it a Wesbite.
Lewis did his own slip-up and called it a Wesbite.
A Wesbite? I think that sounds good. I think that could be something.
Yeah. It almost sounds like a website for a spider or something. I don't know why.
Right, I ain't talking to you anymore.
Come and visit my Wesbite.
Right, stop it.
Right.
Ridiculous.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about the website. So as people probably have noticed that I often visit the forum or come into the chat regularly, we now have a website instead of just a forum. And we'll be completely honest with you, is created with Wix, which is a free website sort of server. Builder.
Yeah. I should say, before you go into it, that if you're trying to visit the forum, you might actually end up going to this website by accident, because we're using the main domain, which is opiumpulses.co.uk. And the forum is now accessed by putting forum.opiumpulses.co.uk. So they have two separate links.
But obviously, the forum is linked from the main website, which it'll be one of the links at the top, just says forum. Click there, take you straight to it.
Same for the forum. If you go to the forum, you go to our quick links at the bottom. The one on the far left takes you directly to the website.
So the website will give you all the information that you need for all three of our groups for a start. So it has links to all three of the groups, and it also has all of the announcements that we make in a nice feed at the bottom, so that you can go there and you can go, let's have a look at the giveaways, and let's also have a look at the deals that have been going on and the news from Opium Pulses. So it saves you from going from one group to another group to another group to get all the information that you need.
It's one thing that we discussed a website years ago, and it's the one thing that we wanted for us to be able to feed all of the information that we put on Steam, because we don't want to be a Steam community, we want to be a gaming community, and Steam allows us to do all these announcements and put the information out to our members, but it never really allowed us to do that outside without replicating it and posting it elsewhere.
I think our biggest worry was that if anything happened to Steam, or if Steam ever did anything to us, then it would be the end of us. And we
wouldn't
never
exist anymore.
Yeah, we wouldn't be anything apart from a little forum. So I think we just wanted to have a little bit of independence and not completely rely on Steam.
Although these feeds technically do rely on Steam.
They do, yeah, but we can, if Steam ever, if something ever happened with Steam, then we can just change that. And it's under our control, which is nice to have.
And it also means that people that aren't part of Steam can still read our announcements.
Yeah, exactly. And the news bit isn't just about our Steam groups, is it? That you get news there about games and our general website and our community. So
there's one of the announcements here is about the Watchdog game being delayed. So some of the announcements are just about general gaming news that people would be interested in. You can join all of our social networks from the bottom. You can join our Facebook, our Twitter, our YouTube. There's also a donate button if you have money.
Yeah, and if you like us,
or just if you have money.
Yeah,
you can just give that to us.
Right, a little walkthrough of the website, I suppose. So we've got obviously the homepage, which is where all the information is held. We've got everything about the groups, all the social networks at the bottom, stuff like that. Then you go onto the pictures. At the moment, all we've got is the 2013 Eurogamer pictures on there, which you can keep on showing, show more. You'll have all the pictures from that day on there, taken from all the people that came with us. We do plan to add a little bit more pictures later on, and possibly have some fan art on there later on as well. In the video section, we've got some videos again from Eurogamer 2013. We do plan to add a few more pictures in there. A few more videos in there. So, for example, we've got some Let's Play videos. We do hope to put them on there soon. But at the moment, it was just for testing reasons. We've just got 2013 Eurogamer on there. The About Us page took us bloody ages. Oh,
yeah,
God.
stupidly long, really.
That was horrible. But
it needed a rewrite because we had different. Need to explain that we had different About Us sections across Steam, the forum, social networks. Yeah, we had them everywhere, but they were from different points in time. So when we first did it on the forum, we made the introduction section where people could introduce themselves, and I thought it would be a good idea to write one from Opium Pulses introducing people to the community, and it literally spoke about nothing to do with Steam. It just spoke about us as a clan for the past 10 years.
It was a good introduction, but it told them about everything before the forum, and the forum was really the birth of Opium Pulses, wasn't it?
Or the rebirth, I suppose.
Yeah, the I don't like the word rebirth.
Okay, sorry.
It reminds me of afterbirth, I think.
Yeah.
Which is obviously not very pleasant. Anyway, so yeah.
Sorry, everyone. That's not what I had in mind at all when I thought about doing this.
So we've got a massive bit on there that will tell you about everything to do with us, and I think we'll probably actually end up expanding on that, won't we?
Yeah.
So we want to put a big history of us on there, literally explaining everything that we've ever done, and it would be like a little story, I suppose. If you scroll down, it's got everywhere that we are. So all the social sites, the gaming groups, the game-specific clans, and the partnering communities, which we hope to have.
We need to
put SGS on there.
Steam Game Swap. Yeah, needs to go on there.
So they need to be popped on there because they are now official partner, which we'll talk about in a bit. So yeah, if you go to the contact us page, pretty simple. Write us an email or read our FAQ to see it.
So we've also got a plugin there. That allows you to just basically put in your name in your email, put in a little question or something, and it will send the emails directly to our inbox. And you don't have to, don't have to mess around with email or anything like that. It sends it from the website.
Yeah.
So if you need to ask us a question, go to the contact us section, and there's basically a tiny little form that you can fill in and pop as a question, and we'll answer any queries basically. Within 24 hours or something like that. I'm always on the email.
Alternatively, you could just go to the group chat, but if it's a big question or something that you want quite a long answer for, then yeah, that'd be ideal to go.
Well, also if you're a partner and you want to query about.
Yeah, exactly. That could be done as well.
Yeah.
But then you've got the forum, which will take you straight to the forum. I don't have to say much else about that. But the one I did want to talk about, merchandise.
Yes, all thanks to Alf.
Alf is one of our moderators, as you probably know. He owns a company, basically, that creates custom T-shirts and sort of vinyl lettering for cars and boats, apparently.
He also does hoodies as well?
Yeah, it does hoodies. Yeah, so basically custom clothing, basically.
Yeah.
And he has agreed to make us merchandise for Opium Pulses. At the moment, we've got Opium Pulses and Proud T-shirts and hoodies that are going to be available soon. And also special T-shirts and hoodies just for Opium Pulses Elites.
And they're going to look amazing.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, I would pick that one. Another thing which we could probably say now is that we do hopefully plan to create T-shirts or hoodies for our staff as well, don't we?
Yeah. Well, we hope to fund it at some point.
Yeah.
Probably not this year.
They'll probably have one that says Opium Pulses staff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna have to cut that, aren't you?
Yeah.
Not only was that a burp, that was literally the most disgusting thing ever.
Oh, God.
I think you're gonna have to keep this bit in, though, so that people know what you just did.
What bit?
The bit what we're doing now.
Why? Why?
They're gonna be fine, but I had to hear that.
I can't keep all this in.
But I muted my mic when I coughed earlier. If you want, I'll read the bit about SGS.
Yeah, go for it. I'll just sit here agreeing.
Okay, I'll just lie then.
Dick.
Okay, I'll go deep down into the dungeons of how this all started. Originally, me and Lewis used to be administrators and mods in the deal posting group Hookups on Steam. And most people will know if they're quite involved in the community on Steam that that group fell to its knees. And me and Lewis ended up leaving, along with a bunch of other people as well, very respectable people. And we started our own savings group, as you all know, Opium Pulses Savings. And I was sort of in and out of the community of this Steam Game Swap website called SGS, who are basically a really good mixture of sites like Steam Gifts and Tremor Games, where you can join giveaways and you can also gain points in order to purchase your own games for free. It's a really, really well-made website. It's done by the artist of the website has actually now joined our team and is hoping to actually revamp all of our art on our website.
You'll see some of his artwork for us on the giveaway page, won't you?
Yes, he's actually already started working for us, and the website should be revamped soon with all of his new artwork. He, the owner of Steam Game Swap, actually formed a partnership with Hookups shortly after the whole fall down of the group. I posted a comment on one of their announcements in quite an angered rage, saying that I'd lost kind of a lot of respect for the community because I couldn't believe that something that was so professionally made would tie themselves to something so unprofessional and sort of
pathetic.
Yeah, but also very deceiving. Very deceiving.
Yeah, very cunning.
Yes. And only out for personal profit. That group has always been like that.
And it still is, even though because they're continuing, but I've noticed a lot of just Green Man Gaming constantly over and over again.
We'll actually do a podcast about hookups sometime in the future, because it's a big topic, and it does affect Opium Pulses quite a lot. Even if the regulars don't really notice it, it really does.
It's a lot of bad press for us, which is obviously bad, and we want to redeem ourselves from that.
But we've come out better from it. Opium Pulses Savings actually has many of the original staff from Hookup, so we've actually got a really, really strong team working for that group. But anyway, the owner of SGS added me and asked me about my comment, and I briefly explained to him about my experience with Hookups, and he asked a few friends of his own and a few other people, and they all confirmed, that it wasn't the most genuine community on Steam. So he cut ties with the community and basically asked us if we would take place. And because we do giveaways and we also do savings, we're sort of in the same line of community that his website is. So we do similar sorts of projects. And so it basically was born from there. He started making us a website that was on his domain. It's actually part of it, where we could launch our own giveaways with our banner at the top using his website and everything, that was just open to Opium Pulses members. And then he spoke to his artist, who designed us a banner, which you'll see if you go to it. The website actually is giveaways.opiumpulses.co.uk. So it's me and Lewis have attached our own domain to it, but it's using his website. And we've done a few launches, some of them not so good, some of them are very, very good, and it's doing really well. We've given about 20, 30 games away, and I'm planning to do sort of every couple of days to every week, add more giveaways to it.
We have actually upped the entries, haven't we? Because at the start it was only 100, and they quickly went. So we've actually...
there was some that started at 50, and they just went. But it was good to kind of gauge how. I mean, there's some at about 200, 350 now, and they're already 100 entries in.
Yeah.
So they're doing well. They're doing really well. But the original launch was a bit of a disaster, which is a shame because so much work was put into it to make it look professional and make it look, like an official partnership. And it went completely wrong. Do you remember anything about it, Lewis?
So yeah, the announcement for our partnership with them was how can I put this in the best way? It was quite shabby, I suppose. It didn't go to plan at all. The first announcement, as most people know, Steam blocks some links, and they blocked ours. Warren forgot to change the link or even just preview it would be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because I thought the links would work. It wasn't that I forgot, it was that I thought they would work.
Yeah, so that was our first slip up, and I actually remember one of the comments just saying scam, I guess.
Yeah, That's when I knew that it was just a disaster.
We probably should have just deleted it there and then, but we tried to fix it and we put Shorten's link in there quickly. I mean, it didn't go well.
While the shortened links, we found out about an hour later, didn't link to the website.
Yeah, I'm annoyed that no one told us, to be honest.
I know.
But yeah, so we were sitting there going, why have we only got like 1 or 2 entries on these? What's going on here? But obviously it was because the link wasn't working. So eventually we deleted that announcement. And then we re-announced, which was version 3, as someone predicted we would do. So yeah, when we did version 3, it crashed almost immediately. The website went down and people were saying they couldn't get to it. So we did say after a while it's back up again, but then as soon as we said that, it went straight back down again, and the servers just couldn't handle that amount of people. And apparently the owner did say that when it got to about 50 people on the website, the server just crashed.
Yeah.
So again, it wasn't necessarily us messing up there, but it just went wrong again. So we had to plan another announcement after we'd fixed the servers, which we did, and then it went a little bit better that time, then we started getting some people come in and actually enter the giveaways. And now it should be okay. We should be able to have as many people as we want on that website.
The owner has been actually analysing the data that comes through from people using the website, and he says it's so much smoother. He's actually dedicated twice the amount of RAM that he was using originally to run the website.
Yeah.
And he's also got some cloud RAM, which apparently goes into use. It's like sort of a backup generator for RAM, but it's kind of like a little bit slower than hard RAM. But it's a precaution, so that if we get, if we do an announcement tomorrow and thousands of people enter the website and it crashes, this RAM will pick up the slack and allow people to access the website while there's that many people still accessing it.
Yeah. What else do we have to talk about?
We were going to talk about the podcast that we're doing right now. This isn't just going to be a few one-offs. We're hoping to do this every time me and Lewis have got stuff going on in the background. What's happened in the past, and what continues to happen, is when me and Lewis have got a project that we're working on, we are not in chat. Well, we're in there, but we're not talking. And for some reason, when admins and mods aren't talking, the chat becomes very, very dead. And people just seem to think that people aren't willing to talk and they don't want to they don't want to engage in the community when the admins and mods aren't there to kind of boost morale. And so when we're working on projects like we have been with the website and the giveaway section and our partnerships, things get really, really dead. So we're hoping these podcasts are going to let people know what's going on.
It gives something for people to discuss as well. Obviously,
exactly,
we have just a minute ago created a new section on the forum which is dedicated for you to discuss the podcast and even give us requests if you want us to do certain things, if you want us to talk about certain things, and even that will be for if we ever do any competitions on the podcast, which hopefully if it goes well we will do. That's where you'll do your entries for your competitions.
Yeah. And I'm thinking only regulars and maybe a few other people are really going to listen to this, so we can talk about stuff that we've got going on in the background without it sort of.
Yeah. Well,
if we announced,
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much it's just going to be the equivalent of us talking in chat, isn't it? Really, like you said, it's
basically
it's going to be the regulars that are going to be listening to it.
Yeah.
It will be announced, I suppose, but there'll be a couple of people that listen to it and don't give a shit about what we're saying.
There'll be a lot of people that do that.
I mean, I am struggling to care.
Are you?
Yeah.
That's bad, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's like it's me, it's something I'm interested in, and still don't care.
Oh God.
What else do we need to talk about?
What's happened here? So, let's talk about the 10k giveaway.
Okay, so as most people keep on telling us, we are close to 10,000, and we have been promising you now for a very long time that at 10,000 members it will be our biggest giveaway yet, and we're going to keep by that. We've got a lot of games saved up. I've got a big list of keys to give away. I've also got lots of stuff in my inventory where people keep on talking about and keep on trying to trade with me. And so, as Warren, he's got lots of things in his inventory and lots of keys to give away, even though we've given away lots on the website recently. We will give these all away in one big chat giveaway at the 10,000 member count.
We could do some Steam Gifts ones as well.
We'll do some Steam Gifts, yeah. I mean, normally in these big giveaways, as people have noticed, there's a combination of everything. We'll do some stuff on Steam Gifts. I'm sure we'll do some stuff on the new partnership that we have. we'll probably do something on this podcast, possibly. But we will have one big chat giveaway. That seems to be what people enjoy doing, and also what our moderators enjoy doing. They like to moderate the giveaway chat, especially Fidel. He loves to moderate a good giveaway.
I think what Fidel likes doing is banning people.
So watch out, because Fidel is heavy with that hammer.
If Fidel is in the room and you ban someone before him, you may as well be the devil.
Yeah, I can't remember, there was someone that I think you banned before him, and he was so excited to ban them.
Oh, Raph,
yeah, he was like, I can't wait for him to come in, I can't wait for him
and I'd already banned him about a week before.
And you didn't have the sort of the heart to tell him that you'd already banned him, and then you had to, eventually, and he
I had to, because it was about a week on and he was still going on about it.
Yeah, he pretty much cried. Poor Fidel. I do feel
Love you, Fidel.
We'll have to have Fidel one day as a guest star on the podcast.
I was thinking towards the end of this, because I've got Paul here. Paul is a good friend of mine and Lewis's in real life, as opposed to this fake life that we're doing.
I've never really understood the phrase real life.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, does it? Also, it makes you look like a loser.
Because when you say in real life, everybody just thinks, what a fucking loser. You have to state that it's in real life.
There's a few people I can ring. Some of you may know of Maladus, who's our second official forum moderator. Yeah. He was also a regulator and a moderator of the groups. Might give him a ring at some point. Paul, who I was just talking about, the real life human being. We could ring him at some point because he's a good laugh, basically. And maybe a few other people. If you want to be on this podcast at some point,
you need to stay in the forum.
No, forget that. Add me on Skype.
Forget that shit. Talk to me.
Forget the forum. Add me on Skype. Slipslot is my name everywhere, apart from PlayStation, because I don't want people to know I've got one. And Lewis has a different name for everything he uses.
No, I don't. It's mainly Lewis Long.
All right, what are you called on Skype?
Well, I don't want people to add me on Skype. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but whenever someone asks me my Skype name, the conversation completely changes subject immediately.
He really doesn't like having people on Skype.
I used to have it on my signature, didn't I? And I had to take it out because people kept on adding me.
Well, I'm fine with having people on my Skype, because if I ignore them, I ignore them. But I don't usually. I'll get back to you eventually. But I will ring certain people live when we're doing a podcast, so you will be surprised. So that will be happening.
Oh.
I'd like to just mention, we spoke about how the partnership started with SGS, but I'd like to just say how fucking cool it is.
Go on, have a little chat about it.
Right. It's basically, we're only doing the giveaways section of it. We're not going into any other, purchase games via points that you get from doing offers or anything like that. It's just giveaways, because this is basically a partnership with our giveaway group and not so much just Opium Pulses as a community. And it is like Steam gifts, and everyone loves Steam gifts. I've only won a couple of things, but you cannot deny how well it's put together. And this is basically Steam gifts, but I would argue that it's better, because there's no point system. You don't run out of points. You can enter, if we had 1,000 giveaways up, you can enter them all. There is like Tremor Games, and like Steam Gifts in a way, there is an option for us to put giveaways up where you have to have a certain amount of points on the website to enter. We're only going to do one of those every time we put up a bunch of keys. Sometimes we'll do none, so it will all be free to enter giveaways. And it also allows us to put a limit at how many people can enter. And the moment that it hits the required amount of people, the giveaway finishes and the person gets their key straight away. So there's no waiting around for any users to add you and give you your key, or not give you your key in a lot of cases. The moment that this one we've got here is Death to Spies Gold Edition, 200 people can enter. The moment, there's only 51 people left. The moment we hit 200 people, the giveaway will end and the winner will get their key straight away. And it's just amazing.
I feel like that could be used in the 10k giveaway. We could be in chat and we could say there is a giveaway that we're doing now. Only 10 people can enter. We'll give you the link as soon as it's open.
Yeah.
And then that is surely a fair way of doing it. People can't complain about that.
Yeah. And they sign in with their Steam, so they don't have to sign in with anything. You sign in with your Steam account. Yeah. It's the first thing Opium Pulses has ever done where you can use your Steam account to log in. And it's all thanks to the amazing development that goes behind Steam GameSwap. And that's why it's so amazing, because it's out of all the websites like it. I mean, you look at Tremor Games and it's a mess. It looks like 1990s miniclip.com.
Do you want to talk a little bit about the reward system?
Okay, so if you're familiar with Tremor Games, you'll be right at home. It's so simple. You get these points on the website that you can spend on Steam games, or you can use them to enter small giveaways. And you basically have to complete offers. Some of them are free, some of them are trial offers. So just looking at a few of them here, if you've got an Android phone, you just have to install an app, load it up, you get 90 points. On average, the cheapest games are about 120 points. So do one offer, download an Android game, you've got a free Steam game there straight away. There's others like doing surveys, installing computer programs, watching videos. You get certain amount of points for watching small videos. They're usually about a minute and a half long. What I do is I play the video, mute my computer, go make a cup of tea. All right, I ain't watching shit. Give me my points.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Or Mountain Dew for you Americans.
Yeah, because that's your tea. That is your tea. I mean, I've just looked at some here, which I think are probably paid ones, like do some gambling at William Hill Casino Club, or
that's what it says, is it? Do some gambling.
Do some gambling, get points. But there's lots of casino ones where I'm imagining you have to, do a few games. But you get 4,000 points, which is enough to buy, 30 odd games.
Or one really awesome game.
Yeah. Sign up to Love Film here, 1,200. I mean, they sell Borderlands 2 and Bioshock Infinite for 3,500 points. So, you could do one of these offers and you get the game for free. So it's amazing. It's not something that me and Lewis will be directly involved in. We are only doing the giveaways. But if you want to abuse the system and get yourself a ton of points, it's there for you to do. And it's all on the same website. You can still access our giveaways. You can still get your free games using the offers. And it works. I mean, me myself, let me just tell you how much I've got. 749 points from doing a few Android offers. That's enough to buy me 6 Steam games. Small, but I can buy them for free. And that's basically how the website works.
And use our referral link.
If you want to use our referral link, it is, first of all, go to giveaways.opiumpulses.co.uk, sign in with your Steam account, and then you can do whatever you want to do. And that will basically give us points that we can use to buy games.
Which go towards the giveaways.
Yes, they'll all go towards the giveaways. I've already spoken to the owner. He said I can buy games and put them straight back into giveaways. So anything you can do to help, such as helping with our referrals, gives you more giveaways.
And that doesn't mean that you can stop going on Tremor Games.
Tremor Games, I've got to say, has done us a world of good.
We've got a lot of games to give away, hasn't it? And some of our biggest games. I
bought about 20 games this morning.
You didn't tell me about this?
Yeah, well, I'll go through them if you want. Actually.
I think you fucking should.
I'll tell you guys what I bought this morning, because some of them are great.
Have you still wait for the 10k giveaway?
Yeah, they're all going to be. Well, I'm going to put some of them up on Steam GameSwap.
Okay.
But we're only 78 members away from 10,000. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
78.
Yeah.
We've got 449 referrals on Tremor Games, and it's just, honestly, it's helped us be able to give away the games that we do. So thank you if you've signed up on our referral, and thank you if you use the website, because
to be honest, we are very lazy people, and we've actually done nothing towards getting them points apart from let you guys do all the work.
That's 100% true. Honestly, there's no.
I have played about 3 games, and then I went, that's it for me, and I have done nothing else since. But, it's not for personal gain. Everything that we get, I think we've only ever got one game on there for ourselves, and it was this crappy little game. It was only about 300 points, wasn't it? That little insect game that we got.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing we've ever gained from this, and we've got hundreds of games from this, and we put it all back into giveaways. And it either goes into, like, the Steam gift giveaways, the one that we're going to be doing with the new people that we're partnered with, or it sometimes goes into the big chat giveaways. Actually, that's where it most often goes, into the big chat giveaways.
Yeah.
It's normally keys that we get, so we just shove it there.
The stuff that we do have as gifts in our inventory, we've bought from Tremor Games as well, because they do offer gifts.
Yeah, or we got it.
I don't really want to promote Tremor Games too much, because they are basically direct competition with who we've partnered with.
Yeah.
But they do give us a lot of points, and if you do use Tremor Games, continue to use it, because it's obviously a great service. But I'll go through what we've bought so far. What I bought yesterday. I've still got loads of games left over from it. I bought the Duke Nukem 3D Megaton Edition, which also comes with Shadow Warrior, which is another game made by 3D Realms. I bought Crusader Kings Complete, Death to Spies Gold Edition, Tower Wars, Oil Rush, Home. I try to avoid stuff that's like currently or recently been in bundles. I try to get stuff that's kind of been out of bundles for a long time, because that's how Tremor Games get their keys mostly. Vessel, Trapped Dead, the Robin Hood game, Whispered World, Death Track Resurrection, Fireburst, Avencast Rise of the Mage, Primordia, Two Worlds Castle Defense, and Afterfall Insanity Extended Edition.
Right. Yeah, I spoke to you earlier, didn't I, about I got wasps in my ceiling.
Yeah.
Didn't I? But yeah, so my light bulb went. It just sort of one day I got up and went to the toilet and I couldn't see. Luckily I wasn't blind. But so I
What? What?
So I had to take the light out of the ceiling, and yeah, when I took the light out of the ceiling, just loads of wasps just fell on my face. Like dead. They were dead, luckily, but I still shat myself and ran away.
Why were they dead?
Because there used to be a wasp nest up there.
Used to be.
Yeah, but they killed it. My landlord killed it.
Is there just a floor of wasps?
Yeah,
up
so
there?
now, yeah, that's what I said to him. So now there's just tons of dead wasps in my fucking ceiling.
That makes me want to vomit.
Yeah. It does make me feel sick. And like the other day, because when we tried to change the light, it didn't really work. So I put it back up there, but my landlord came over again and he said, oh, I'll have a little look at it. So he took it out and he said, oh, I know what's wrong with it. And he put it on the side. So now every time I go in there to take a shit, I look up and there's a hole in my ceiling. I just know that a wasp is going to land on my head and mid-shit.
Nice little vision there for everybody listening. Lewis is afraid of wasps.
Yeah, I'm afraid of wasps. So what do? Mid-shit when a wasp lands on my head.
Stop saying mid-shit. I really want GTA 5, but I can't afford it.
I really want Diablo 3, but I can't afford it.
On Xbox.
Yeah. Obviously, I've got it on PC, and I love it. And I've been teased with Warren's copy, but yeah, I can't afford it. And I think I do want GTA 5 as well. It seems there's something different about GTA 5, isn't there? There's a lot of...
Yeah.
There was a bit of hype for GTA 4, but then people quickly realised that it was bollocks.
Yeah.
Whereas GTA 5 seems to be something quite different, quite special.
It's just there's so much hype about it. No one stops telling me about how good it is.
Yeah.
It's I really want it.
I'm not sure about this, but is the new Saints Row bollocks then?
New Saints Row? I don't know. No one's really talking about it anymore, are they? That is a good point.
It's already £20 in game.
If anyone has completed Saints Row 4 and you've been a fan of all the games and you've been a fan of GTA and stuff, can you please tell us on the podcast section of the forum, which is in the entertainment section, by the way, what the game is like?
What other ones is there coming out that you're looking forward to or that you can't afford?
It's a good question. Everything I can't afford, whether it's mine or Hobie.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, a lot of people probably don't realise, but me and Lewis actually don't have any money. It's probably easy if you're from a different country and you're part of our giveaway group to think of us as like sort of rich British people just sharing the wealth, but it's really not like that. Early on, I suppose we had money to buy games quite a lot, didn't we? Sort of
a little bit of spare money. I was still a student at the time, so I had a little bit of spare money at the end of the month, and I think you did as well.
Yeah.
It's probably the best time for us to start, wasn't it, when we could buy that kind of stuff?
Yeah. And we could also, I mean, we can't even really afford to buy a proper podcast host or to take Wix adverts away from our website, although we have done that for this month. But we don't really have the money. We buy stuff if it's really cheap on offer. We buy bundles, and we talk to, as you know, we've given away bundles directly via the developers, and also speaking to game makers and stuff like that, getting keys. We're speaking to somebody at the moment who made the game called Dino Horde Origin or something like that. He said he might give us a couple of those games to give away. It's a sort of first-person shooter dinosaur game. Looks really cool. But that's how we get our games.
Some people might not know that we are 100% sort of we fund ourselves. We're not funded by anybody else. I don't think we've ever actually received a donation from anybody. It's all been funded by ourselves. And when we started, it was literally just us buying games and just giving them away.
Yeah.
I mean, now we are like has been said, we are with a lot of bundle sites that do help us out, but we do still just spend money to give away back to the community. So yeah, as Warren said, we're not just a couple of rich British people that wanna share their money. We work hard for our community.
Fliggity biggity bow, biggy fliggity bee bow.